A tourist has returned stolen ancient artifacts after suffering a 15-year curse. A woman has been charged with murder after performing illegal butt injections. And election officials ask voters to please stop disinfecting your mail-in ballots. These are the weird stories for Monday on Weird AF News. I'm your host, JONESY. This is the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian. It's sometimes funny. It's always informative. Let's do it.
You're listening to Weird AF News with JONESY.
A tourist has sent back ancient stolen artifacts after suffering from a curse. Yes, a tourist who pilfered fragments from the ancient city of Pompeii about 15 years ago has returned those artifacts, claiming they were cursed. The woman is Canadian. She's identified only as Nicole. She sent a package containing 2 mosaic tiles, which were part of an amphora. An amphora is a ancient vase, I believe. Did I pronounce it right? Is it vase or vase? I guess it depends on whether or not you own a boat. Also returned a piece of ceramics to a travel agent in Pompeii, which is in southern Italy. She also included a letter of confession about these artifacts. Nicole was in her early 20s when she visited Pompeii's archaeological park in 2005. She blamed the theft for a run of misfortune that she had suffered in the years since, including having breast cancer twice and experiencing financial hardship. She wrote in her letter about these hardships she's suffered since stealing these artifacts and wrote, "Please, please take them back. They bring bad luck." Why did she steal them in the first place? Well, she claims at the time she stole them that she wanted to have a piece of history that nobody else could have, but that these ancient relics had so much negative energy linked to that land of destruction, apparently. Well, then the question remains, why did you wait so long to get rid of them? I mean, you held on to these things for 2 cancers? I'd be like, 1 cancer? I'm gone with these Pompeian ancient vase pieces. Nicole also wrote in her letter that she learned her lesson and she was hoping for some forgiveness from God. She says, "I am now 36, had breast cancer twice, the last time ending in a double mastectomy. My family and I also had financial problems. We're very good people, and I don't want to pass this curse on to my family or children." So you dropped off these cursed items to a travel agent? Are you trying to kill people? What are you doing, Nicole? Nicole is not the only one repenting. The package contained another letter that was confessional from a couple, also from Canada, along with some stones that were stolen from 2005. Here's a quote. "We took them without thinking of the pain and suffering those poor souls experienced during the eruption of Vesuvius and their terrible death. We are sorry. Please forgive us for making this terrible choice. May their souls rest in peace." So wait, did these people steal the stones on the same day that Nicole stole the vase? It doesn't say. And they both returned them at the same time? They both experienced a curse? Wow, I don't know if I believe in this stuff. But I have watched a lot of Scooby-Doo, and I think there's something to this. It says here, over the years, so many stolen relics have been returned to the site of Pompeii, along with letters expressing guilt, that park officials established a museum displaying all these returned artifacts. This is unbelievable. It says most of the time tourists want to keep the relics as souvenirs, but some thieves have also tried to sell pieces of Pompeii online. In 2015, a brick taken from the ruins in 1958 was put up for sale on eBay. Is it a cursed brick? How much does a cursed brick go for on eBay? I mean, I don't know if you guys believe in karma, but this seems like one of those situations where, as they say, it is a bitch. And if you mess with sacred things, I'd imagine sometimes it can come back to bite you in the booty. Could that be the case? Or could Nicole just coincidentally got cancer a couple times? I mean, I'm not looking at her family history here. Maybe it runs in her family. I mean, I don't know if we can attribute all of these calamities to some stolen vase fragments from southern Italy, is all I'm saying. I'm a bit of a rationalist, usually, so I need more evidence. But maybe you guys have an idea about this or an opinion on this. Is this true? A curse? I mean, I think of like King Tut's tomb, you know? You open a sarcophagus and you're cursed forever. Is this real? I mean, if I'm being honest, I certainly hope that it is, because it just makes the world a much weirder place, and I like that. Meanwhile, to be on the safe side, I implore all of you listeners to not steal any ancient relics for the time being, please. A woman has been charged with murder after performing an illegal butt injection. A Dallas woman is facing murder charges after allegedly injecting some illegal silicone into a Fort Worth woman's buttocks. Pamela Burnley, age 55, was taken into custody for the unfortunate death of 35-year-old LaTora King. According to the warrant affidavit, King's family took her to the hospital a few days after she paid somebody to perform a procedure on her buttocks. She developed a fever and died from a silicone pulmonary embolism. The medical examiner collected some samples of the injection substance during the autopsy and ruled her death was a homicide when tests confirmed that those samples were silicone from a butt injection. The police made an investigation, including into her cell phone, and noticed that she had text messages exchanged with a contact named Jag Booty, J-A-G Booty, as well as photos that she took in front of a mirror shortly after her butt procedure. The affidavit states that from the photographs, it does not appear that the procedure was performed by an actual physician. One of King's friends told detectives that she drove her to meet Jag Booty in a restaurant parking lot. The friend said that King got into a car with the other woman and they left for what was supposed to be a 10-minute butt procedure, but King didn't return for several hours. The detectives were told that King had previously undergone a similar injection procedure that was also performed by Jag. Who is this Jag Booty person? Like the underground butt injector of Dallas? And I mean, why are people going to this person meeting in a parking lot for a serious, procedure? King's sister is quoted as saying that there used to be two people in Dallas that would perform the butt injection procedures. One of the persons went to jail for murder because she killed one of her clients, and the other person was Jag. King's sister believed the two used to work together until they had a falling out. That other person is Denise Wee Wee Ross, who was convicted in 2017 for illegal cosmetic surgery that killed a 34-year-old, and she was sentenced to 60 years in prison. We got Jag Booty and Wee Wee Ross. This is like you can't even make this stuff up. The nicknames of these underground booty injectors. Of course, when the police investigated Pamela Burnley, a.k.a. Jag Booty's phone, they noticed a history of providing illegal butt injections. Well, this is just a sad case that, people want to augment their butt to the point where they will meet someone in a parking lot, get their number off Craigslist. I don't even know where they meet these underground booty injectors. But, it's got to be the most dangerous thing you could probably do to your booty. Well, no, not the most dangerous thing. I mean, we know some dentists out there that are playing games too, but man, I tell you, your booty is precious, and you can't be just messing around. You can't be going down to Tijuana and paying somebody in an alley to stick a needle in your booty. You got to treat it with more respect than this. I mean, and certainly if the other booty injector killed somebody, you got to know that. I mean, there's obviously only one left in Dallas because the other one's in jail. I mean, just a simple Google search will let you know how dangerous this seems to be. I can't help but think that maybe if these things were covered by insurance, then, these underground booty injections in somebody's apartment wouldn't occur anymore. I don't think they are, though. Does anyone know about booty injections at all? I really don't. I just know this. Whether your booty is plump or flat or round or octagonal or some strange shape, somebody out there is going to love your booty. You don't have to get an underground injection by somebody named Wee Wee or Jag Butt or Bam Bam or Wazooey. You just don't need to do that. You don't got to find the Big Booty Bandit on Instagram and set up a meeting is what I'm saying. Just love your booty the way it is. Someone also will love it. Trust me. People like booties of all sizes. Yay! You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult? No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man. Election officials are asking voters to please stop disinfecting the mail-in ballots. Sacramento, California. Election officials are saying, hey, stop disinfecting your mail-in ballots, everyone. Voters do not have to worry about contracting COVID from their mail-in ballots, says Courtney Bailey Canelos, who's a registrar of voters in the area. Officials say the ballots themselves were processed by machines weeks and weeks ago. They're very safe to handle. The registrar told the media they have received at least 100 ballots that have been severely damaged by disinfectant and alcohol spray. Oh, yikes. I don't think you can count those votes. In one case, she says, somebody even microwaved their ballot in an attempt to get rid of all the germs. Microwaving your voter's ballot. Somebody's got problems. Maybe that person shouldn't be allowed to vote. I'm just kidding, guys. Everyone should vote. Ha 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 ha. Even dumb people. The registrar says if you're not comfortable, you can hold the original white envelope that you get in the mail from us on the side for 24 hours. But you should know also everything inside the pink return envelope, the ballots themselves, they have been inserted by a machine. They are safe. She says they are obviously not able to process any ballots that are clearly spoiled. The office is working to issue entire new ballots to anyone who sent in or dropped off a ballot that was microwaved or put into the oven on 350 for 20 minutes. Or maybe sent through a washing machine or scraped along one of those old school washboards along a babbling brook. You know, the way we used to wash clothes? You know, some people are washing their ballots that way, I'll bet, in the countryside. Yeah, these people don't know what they're doing. And, you know, this is indicative of the situation that we are going through right now, which is not all of us know what the correct information is, unfortunately, when it comes to COVID or really anything. Some people think it comes from God. Some people think it came from Bill Gates. Some people think you can get it from a piece of mail. Some people don't think you can get it from meeting strangers on Tinder. I mean, everybody's got a different idea of what this is and how you get it and how to treat it. And that's why we have such a situation here in the United States, to the point where people are washing their mail. I mean, it's just really, it's really something, I tell you. You know, I can't wait for the day where we all just vote with our cell phone. I mean, I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. I can deposit a check with my cell phone. I could order just about anything to be delivered to my house on a cell phone. Even if I wanted, like, I don't know, a flamingo. Like, if I felt like having a flamingo delivered tomorrow, I probably could, right? I could have a flamingo delivered with a pizza, I'll bet. Like a real flamingo. I'm not talking about a toy here or a stuffed animal. I'm saying a real damn flamingo could be delivered with my cell phone, with my smartphone. Why shouldn't we all be able to vote with our cell phones? I don't understand it. Does anyone have the answer to this? Anybody an IT person? Hey guys, I hope you had a nice weekend. This is Jonesy, the host of Weird AF News. I hope you enjoyed that Florida episode on Friday. Those stories were pretty great, and I want to thank anyone and everyone who sent me some Florida articles. It's always helpful when it comes time to record Friday if you guys send me some of those that you like, and they were great choices. Just so degenerate and such bottom of the barrel human behavior that I knew it was going to be a good episode from the get-go. So I hope you enjoyed that. I want to give some love to some people who left me reviews on Amazon, including someone named Amazon Customer. I guess that's anonymous. They gave me 5 stars and wrote, funny and intriguing news stories. I listen every morning on Google or Alexa before work and sparks funny AF conversations for the day. Florida Friday definitely makes Californians look a lot less insane. Keep it up, man. Well, thank you. Yeah, Amazon Customer, I'll definitely keep it up. I assume you're from California, so great. Maybe we're neighbors. We don't even know it. But also, I got a review, again, 5 stars. This one from Lily Roddering Watley. It says, best daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian in a closet. I think that's becoming my catchphrase now. Hosted by a comedian in a closet. Not proud of it, but, we're just working with what we're given. It says here, I listen every day. I love how unscripted and silly Jonesy is. Keep it up. Stay safe. Stay away from Florida and enjoy your life, man. That's great. Thank you, Lily. That was wonderful. Yeah, I'm especially grateful that you mentioned the word unscripted because a lot of this is clearly unscripted. I'm just kind of going off how I feel about a story. Oftentimes it's like how I feel that day as well. Sometimes I'm in a silly mood, and sometimes I'm in a kind of an angry mood. And because I do it 5 days a week, I'm kind of at the mercy, not mercy. I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for, but I'm influenced by my what's going on in my life, what's going on in my day. And yeah, sometimes I do feel silly. Sometimes I feel like singing. Sometimes I don't. So you never know what you're going to get on Weird AF News. But I'm glad you guys are there for every episode. Those of you who are listening 5 days a week, it means a lot. I appreciate that. I got a nice message on Twitter, a tweet, as you will, by Just Duke, whose Twitter handle is something I can't say. It's it's a dirty word in there, so I can't say that on here. Duke wrote, this guy is hilarious. We listen 5 days a week with our wake and bake. We love his attention to detail and anecdotes on situations all over the world. Florida Fridays rock. Follow, like, share, join the Patreon at Funny Jones. It's just such a great tweet. I was so pleased to see this. And J Duke sent me, J Duke sent me an email as well, with a little story, and it was just awesome. So I just want to give a shout out to J Duke, Just Duke, for reaching out to me on here and giving me a shout out. It was a really nice shout out on Twitter, so I appreciate that. You guys can reach me on social media as well at Funny Jones. That's on Twitter and Instagram if you want to hit me up there. Check out my website, weirdafnews.com, and tell a friend about the show if you think they might enjoy some off-the-cuff weird news that's sometimes funny and sometimes has some singing that's terrible. Yeah, well, I mean, it's a nice break from mainstream news anyways. Sometimes you learn some cool shit, though. I mean, that's the way I look at it. And I love to learn weird stuff. I love to learn new things. And mainstream news kind of bores the shit out of me, really. I like this stuff that you can learn here. That's weird. Like, seriously, you're learning about cursed artifacts that were stolen and then returned. I mean, how cool is that? It's like I never thought that would be happening in the world, but apparently this kind of shit is happening all the time. So, lastly, check out my Patreon, patreon.com/weirdafnews if you'd like to support the show. My email is funnyjones@gmail.com, and the phone number is 646-450-2012. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.